Welcome to my channel. Enjoy this video and subscribe my channel. The Kardashian star Scott Disick is living with some serious heartbreak. He's still pining for the woman who's ecstatically happy with her new husband Travis Barker, and there are signs that Scott's trying to split them up. Scott earned Kourtney Kardashian's love but lost it. Maybe fame went to his head, maybe he was just too young. She gave him a ton of chances, but he stopped meeting her standards. At one time she would have died for Scott, but that kind of love doesn't endure for long unless it's returned, and Scott made so many mistakes. Before the Kardashians, Scott and Kourtney's on-again off-again romance was shown on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In fact, it fueled the series' drama for years before their love slowly faded away. Sometimes it seemed like they'd end up together. At other times, they appeared to be doomed. There was obviously love between them, but the obstacles were too great. When Kourtney fell in love with another man, it was like a revolution. Sick of waiting for change, she became a different woman, and Scott had to watch. He looked haunted, knowing it was too late. For a moment, consider Kourtney's pure love for Scott as a peaceful, beautiful landscape, with gorgeous summer flowers in bloom. Then, picture Scott burning it all down with his addiction issues and cheating. The Keeping Up with the Kardashians clip shown above, via YouTube, features Kourtney trying to come to terms with a painful truth about Scott. After hearing a woman's voice on the phone, she tries to believe his excuses, but deep inside, she knows what's up. However, she's not ready to leave yet. The trauma of losing him would crush her. She needs more time to accept what's happening. In the video, Kourtney's still so in love with Scott that she will forgive him. It's sad to see such a beautiful and faithful woman going through this. In no way was Scott worthy of this kind of love. Luckily, Kourtney eventually figured this out. There are clean breaks, and then there's death by 1,000 cuts. Kourtney was emotionally shredded by Scott 1,000,000 times over, unless there was nothing left to destroy. However, that was a blessing, as it opened a portal to a whole new world, where Kourtney at least had a chance of making her dreams come true. With Scott, there would always be disappointment, and settling for a love that didn't come close to the ideal in her mind. So, what was the point? Leaving was the right thing to do, and Kourtney didn't spend all of her time looking back and feeling bitter. Now, Mason is living with Scott. Maybe that doesn't bother Kourtney too much. Maybe she trusts Scott to look after their child. Mason's 14 now, and he's changing. Either parent can provide the love that he needs. However, Scott may have posted a picture of him and Scott on Instagram, even though Mason wants privacy to send Kourtney a message. Maybe he wants to show her how happy they could all be as a family. Scott has 3 children with Kourtney. It wouldn't be surprising at all if he fantasizes about being married to Kourtney and living with her and all of the kids. That's just human nature. If Kourtney is not happy about Mason living with Scott, it may be triggering some issues in her formerly perfect marriage with Travis. It's a big change that is going to have some kind of impact. Scott may be hoping that Kourtney and Travis split up, even though they've got a new baby boy, Rocky Barker. There's no proof that the Kardashians' Scott doesn't wish them well, but in the past, it's been obvious that he isn't over Kourtney. Since he's not publicizing his dating life, he may be waiting. But how long can a person wait? There comes a time when a person must accept defeat, as Kourtney did when she could no longer believe in Scott, but there can be a silver lining. If Scott really lets go, anything is possible for him. Until he does, he'll be tethered to a situation that keeps him frozen in time, rather than moving forward.